switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God's for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no different.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did job there, stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Howell. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They go play action with Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Watson. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Packers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They had their 6-game winning streak snapped a week ago, but still, it's a team that's playing pretty darn well.
And like the old song says, accentuate the positive. And I think that's exactly what this team's going to do. If you've won 6 in a row, you know you're doing something right in the NFL. So I don't think the one loss is really going to discourage them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On 2nd and 12, Powell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
An inside give to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
3 yards remain for second down. Here's Hal to throw on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Howell. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bennett. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again to Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll complete this one to Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Rodgers to throw once more. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
what a juke into space. Finding room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. missed this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing here, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Detroit. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Baker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First down, Howell to throw. That pass caught, it's Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Howell. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Bennett. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And Howell will throw it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Howell. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The give is to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Howell now to throw it. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Howell. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down. Howell, desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Jones. And some space here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Jones diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Over the middle, complete. It's Bennett. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now Howell. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And once more, Howell back to the air. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 113 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they will take a knee here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And they'll indeed take a knee. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And they take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Packers, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And